What's up, everybody? How you guys doing tonight? Ready for a big show? Hopefully. You guys hear me all right? Am I showing my junk? That depends. It depends on what you mean by that. If you're talking about the stuff I got in the mail this week, then yes. Otherwise, no. Sorry, Mark. That's for you and I when we're in private. So, you know that. What's going on, everybody? So, let's see. What do we have on tap for tonight? So tonight, we are going to talk about mod news, as usual. We've got a bunch of giveaways tonight. We are going to do a review of the Vela Latina. This little guy here. We are also going to do a review of the KeFf hybrid. This not so little guy here. And we also have a special guest, Pedro Carvalho from Caravela Mods. So I'm very excited about that. The maker of the Caravela and the Vela Latina. He'll be here for a little bit. Just for a quick interview, probably 15-20 minutes, and hopefully we'll have enough time to take some questions from the people that are in the audience as well. So should be pretty cool. He's a super nice guy too. I think you guys will enjoy the interview. So yeah, that's what we got on tap for tonight. So, for the early birds, as usual, for those of you that got here early, or on time, as it were, we're going to start the show off with a little giveaway. Let's see here. We're going to give away a gift certificate to Alice in Vapeland. Yes. I knew you were going to notice that, Ken. We've talked about that before. Go Sox. So, yes, we're going to do a giveaway from Alice in Vapeland. It's a gift certificate for $13.10, which is enough to buy yourself an 18 milliliter bottle of juice and also cover shipping. Or if you're overseas, obviously it'll cover a little bit less because the shipping is going to be more expensive. But it's open to anybody, no matter where you are in the world, so feel free to participate. Let me switch this up real quick. And there we go. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to see how many people we got in the room real quick. Alright, we'll start off with a number from 1 to 50 for everybody that's here. So, when I say go in chat, what you're going to do is type a number between 1 and 50. And whoever gets the closest to the randomly generated number is going to be the winner. So, here we go. If you're just coming into the room now, drop a number from 1 to 50 in chat. Keep them rolling. this song. Alright, give it a few more seconds. Get any last second numbers in. And stop. Let's see what we got. $38. Let's see. I see a 39. I see a 37. Another 37. Oh. Alright, so we got 3 people within 1, it looks like. I don't see any other 39s or 37s. Okay, so Dan Patrick, Cammy, and Naughty. We're going to do a roll-off. So when I say go in chat, you guys are all going to pick a number from 1 to 10, and the closest is going to win. That's Dan Patrick, Cammy, and Naughty. When I say go. Alright, Dan Patrick, get your number in. 1 to 10, please. Alright, let's see what we got. 5. Alright, Naughty, congratulations, you're the closest. I'm going to send you an email, or a message in chat, rather, with my email address. And if you can just shoot me an email, so I have your email address, that's all that I need. And I will send that over to Allison Vapeland, and they'll send you a gift certificate. There you go. Congratulations, sir. Way to go. Alright. Let's see. So let's talk about mod news. What do we got coming out? So, some of you may have seen this. There were some prototypes floating around for a bit. This is the Pulse. It is a tube mod that's coming, I believe, from the Philippines. It's going to be available at Vapor Craze out in California. It's also going to be available on 310 Vapors. It's going to be available in different size tubes, 350, 500, 490, or 650. It has a little bit of a kind of a Caravela look to it. It's got a nice classy looking engraving on there that I like. It looks nice. I'm going to try to get my hands on one of these to review it on the show so we can get some feedback, but looks pretty cool. Again, name of it is the Pulse, and it's going to be hitting stores fairly soon. It's been around for a little bit now, like I said, in prototype form, but the finished units are starting to hit now, and I know some of them have gotten to the US, so yeah, we'll see. As soon as they go on sale, I'll see if I can snag one to give you guys my feedback on the show. So let's see. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. It's a nice looking design. You know, it looks it's very Caravela-like as far as the look goes. You know, we'll see. I don't know if the function, functionally, if it's going to be different. Because I said the same thing about the Swan that has kind of a Caravela look to it, but it had some features that were different, like the self-adjusting throw, and the positive pin was different, and it had some differences. It wasn't but it was by no means a clone. So hopefully that's the case with this one too. Let's see what else we've got. This is the Bod by Leo. Not the top part. I'm sure that you know what that is. That's an eVic. But this is going to be available at esig.eu. This is basically a upgrade kit for the eVic. It comes with telescoping tubes. It's also got different top heads, top caps for the eVic as well. So you can have it a flat top head that'll sit flush with a 22mm device or 22mm atomizer. It's also got a curved one that'll sit flush with a 20 millimeter atomizer. All told, the entire set, including the bottom cap, both telescoping tubes, and both top caps, comes to 130 euro. So, yeah, looks pretty interesting though. That's by Leo, and again, that's going to be available at esig.eu. So, keep an eye out for that. Next, we have the Pac-Man by Nipples Tree Box Mods over in Italy. So this is kind of an unusual design. It looks kind of like Pac-Man, which is where the name came from. But the purpose of this design was it was influenced with it was made with the KeFf 3.1 ES in mind. That slot in the wood there, no, it's nipples. I know, Dan. Yeah, not Naples. It's nipples. I don't know if it's just a poor translation or what, but it's Nipples Tree. But maybe it's a type of tree. I don't know. But they're over on the e-cigaretta forum, the Italian e-cigarette forum, if you want to check them out. So, but anyway, yeah. So the point of this is it's got that slot that gives it that kind of Pac-Man look, and it allows you to access the fill hole, the fill valve, and also the airflow control on the KeFf when it's already screwed into the box mod. So it will take any 22 or 23 millimeter atomizer, but like I said, it is designed specifically with the KeFf in mind. So kind of an interesting idea there. Let's see, what else? This is the Loki tank from Atmo Mixani. Pretty cool looking tank. It's very simplistic. It's basically, it's a cargo tank. Obviously you'll be able to use this with a diver or a Killer 705 if you want to. But it's got a nice clean look that looks really nice paired up with the Nemesis, as you can see. We'll be doing a review of that up in the not too distant future as well. The Nemesis, that is, not necessarily the Loki tank. So yeah, the Nemesis is pretty nice. So yeah, so that's kind of interesting. This one again is from Atmo Mixani, which is just atmomixani.gr if you want to check out the website. I don't know if this is out yet or if this is coming soon. But there you have it. Let's see, what else do we have? So, this one, the long-awaited Orion V3. So, I have been doing my best to avoid seeing too many reviews of this because they've been all over the place because they're hitting people. They're getting into people's hands. They've been shipping the last couple of weeks. People that have been on the list for a long time are receiving these now. So I've been hearing rumors and whatnot. I'm trying again not to listen to any of it until I do my own review and give my own feedback on it. But the Orion V3 is out. It is in people's hands. It is not an inexpensive device. They retailed for around $350. It is a variable wattage Genesis style hybrid. It's variable wattage up to 15 watts, not 20. It has a airflow control on it. You can adjust a few different settings there. And aside from that, it's very, very similar in design to the Orion that you are used to, that we all know and love. So, yeah, I'm interested to try it out, and we'll be doing a review of one coming up here in the near future. I think the reason why they don't show the screen is just because their logo's on the other side, Dan. But But yeah, that is interesting. And yes, actually, I like the Tsunami as well. The Tsunami and the AMR I like very much. Both are top-fed Genesis style. They take a little bit. It takes a little bit to get used to setting them up properly because the size of the wick. If it's a little bit too big, it doesn't wick properly. If it's a little bit too small, it overwicks. So you really have to get the size of the wick down pat. But once you do, they're an awesome vape. So, let's see. What else? So anyway, that is, if you want to check out the website for the Orion, it's nosmoker.net. So, hey, what's going on, Bear Brass Mods? So, what is next? We have the Kelvin X9. Okay, this is coming from China. I think it's hilarious that it has an iPhone button on it. So that's funny. Interesting design, physically. It has kind of a torpedo / kind of sex toy thing going on. So yeah. But anyway, that's the Kelvin X9. It's a regulated 3.7 volt Ego style. I think it has an Ego connection on the top. Let me get you guys a link if you want to take a look at it. There's not a whole lot of information on the website just yet, but I'll link it up for you here anyway. Yeah, it's nice and aerodynamic. That's it. You could probably throw that. You could probably throw a spiral with that thing, I think. But yeah, unusual design. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know what the cost point's going to be on it yet, but you probably will not be seeing one of those on the show. But there it is anyway. That's the Kelvin X9. So, let's see. So this next one, this is kind of, so I was trying to get more information on this. Everything that I found was in Italian, so all the information I got on this little guy was basically through Google Translate. But from what I understand, this is called the Nebulicos by Mikos45. He's over on the e-Sigaretta forum in Italy. But basically, from what I understand, he took a nebula dripping atomizer, or took two of them, modified them, and then made some of his own parts and did he did some pretty interesting stuff with it and turned it into a Genesis style atomizer. That is my understanding of this little device here. It started with just some renderings where he took the nebula or he took the nebula bottom feeder and kind of turned it into this, Jenny over time. So it has finally become a reality. I guess this is the prototype that you see here. I don't know if these are going to be available for, if these are going to be mass produced or what, but I know that they are currently available, I think in list format for e-Sigaretta forum users. So if you want to try to Google Translate your way through the Italian forum, or if you speak Italian, you're welcome to give that a try and see if you can get your hands on one of these. It looks pretty cool. Again, the maker is Mikos45. It's Mikkos 45. And like I said, those are over on the Italian forum. Alright, Frank, get out of here. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's a nice small design, nice tight top chamber. It probably doesn't hold a ton of juice, but it's a really interesting design, so I'm kind of interested to see what happens with that. Yeah, Miss Emma, that's about all I know too. So I won't get into that in detail tonight, though. So yeah, so that's pretty much all we have for mod news this week. Quite a few fun little things coming out, so nothing too mind-blowing. Other than the Orion V3, that's a big one that's hitting the shores now. So let's do another giveaway. This one, bear with me. This one is going to be a giveaway from RTD Vapor. We are going to be, it was such a big hit last week that Randy decided we were going to give away another one of these on the show today. That would be the Nightcore IntelliCharger i4, which is the bigger of the Nightcore IntelliChargers. This is the one with the 4 battery bays. Top-notch charger. If you need a really nice charger, you're going to want to put a number in for this giveaway. Thank you once again, RTD, if you're in the room, for doing the giveaways every week. But what we're going to do this time, we're going to do a number for from 1 to 75. So when I say go in chat, pick a number from 1 to 75, type it in chat, and whoever gets closest is going to win this guy, courtesy of RTD Vapor. So, go. And I'm going to vape while you do that. I'm gonna let Meridian figure out who's gonna get that piff if Meridian wins. All right, keep the numbers going. That is lame, Ghost. Although I can't say I'm surprised. Alright, get your last second numbers in. When I say stop in chat, no more numbers, please. Oh, a couple more. Alright, and stop. Let's see what we got. Alright. I don't know if that's going to be any better, guys, but I restarted the broadcast, so hopefully that'll help. Guys, still getting a little bit of lag. Alright, so anyway, well, we're back up and running, so let's keep going. I apologize if we're getting a little bit of lag, but yeah, what are you going to do? So next up, we're going to just talk real quick about what we got for upcoming reviews. So, first off, we have this guy. This is the billet box. Interesting little device. So this guy is basically a all-in-one variable voltage box mod and cardo tank all in one. And I will be reviewing this in combination with the diver, which is what you see inside there. So I'm actually going to review this next week, so I already have it all set up and ready to go. In fact, I'll take a puff off it right now. Pretty tasty. So we'll be doing that one next week, so if you're interested in seeing the billet box, you're going to want to pop on next week and check that out. So, yes, billet sighting. So we'll do that next week. I'm not sure what else we're going to do other than the diver and the billet box next week. We'll see. What else? We also will be doing in the near future the Mini Bee, not to be confused with the Mini Micro. We're also going to be doing the Mini Micro and the 22 Double D. Those are all from Doc Dave. So we'll I might do all three on the same show and just do like all Doc Dave devices one night. So we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do. But yeah. So the Mini B's coming out. Really nice small chamber on this guy. It comes with two different caps. One with one air hole on each side and one with two air holes on each side. It's a loose draw and a tight draw cap. Very, very small under the hood. And it's designed for a dual coil setup. So pretty cool. Yes, 22 Double D would indeed be an awkward bra size. That is true. I don't even know if that's possible. But we also will be reviewing the Nemesis coming up soon. So this one's been the talk of the town lately. So have not started using this guy yet, but looks very, very nice. My initial impressions of it, just from putting it together when I got it, are that I am very, very impressed. It's a nice looking device. So we shall see how it vapes. So that's what we got coming up: the Nemesis, the billet box, the diver, and a bunch of Doc Dave stuff. We'll be doing those soon. So yeah, and I've got some other fun stuff on the way. We're going to be doing not in the not too distant future. We'll be doing a review of the Arrow as well. Yeah, actually, that's funny that you say that, Naughty. Did you see what I have on top of mine? I've also got the Origin on top of mine. I think it's a nice look. So it looks very clean. Yep. So we'll probably review those together. Anywho, so yeah, that's what we got coming up soon. Should be fun. I got some pretty interesting stuff. I'm gonna see if, no guarantees on this, but I'm gonna try to get Doc Dave to come by the show as a guest. He told me that he'd be willing to do it if he has time. So we'll see if we can get him on the show as a guest when we do the reviews of some of the Doc Dave addies. I also got the Stratus 22 in the mail today, and I forgot to grab that and bring it over. But it's a 22 millimeter version of the Stratus 19, oddly enough. So if you've seen a Stratus 19, you know what it looks like. But it's a 22 millimeter diameter. We'll be talking about that one soon too. So, all right. So let's do another giveaway, shall we? So this one, hold on. We are going to do a giveaway from, hold on, let me get rid of the RTD one here. I gave away the secret. There we go. We're going to do a giveaway from Bear Brass Mods. So, Bear Brass Mods is kind enough to sponsor the show, and what we will be giving away on the show today is another lovely handmade drip tip from Bear Brass Mods. As you can see here. Very nice. This is a nice little shorty brass drip tip. It's got a very nice wide air bore through there. So really, really nice drip tip. I like the look of this one a lot. So that's what we will be giving away right now. Let's see how many people we got here in chat. And then, alright, so we're going to do a number from 1 to 75 again. And when I say go, in chat, pick a number from 1 to 75, and the closest is going to win. It is brass, yes. And the closest is going to win the lovely Bear Brass Mod strip tip. So, here we go. Just put the same number in after the little go in chat if you could. those numbers coming in. Alright, a couple more seconds, and then when I say stop, no more numbers, please. Alright, and stop. Let's see what we got. 64. Let's see. I see a 63 from Sandy K. I do not see any other. I don't see any 64s or 65s. Just checking one more time. Alright. Looks like it's you, Sandy K. Congratulations. I am going to send you a message in chat right now. You'll see my email come across in chat. You get a little message from me. If you could just send me an email with your shipping address, I will get this lovely drip tip from Bear Brass Mods off to you shortly. Well, after the show, but congrats. Alright, so now I think why most of you are here, or some of you are here anyway. Let me pause the music for a bit. We are going to call Mr. Pedro. So give me one moment here. Hopefully you'll be able to hear him.
Hello, my friend.
Hello, sir.
Preparing Caravela.
Oh, very good. Alright, we're live with you, Pedro. Let me just make sure everybody can hear you okay. So, just 1 second. Can you guys hear both Pedro and I alright now that we're live?
Can you hear?
I can hear you. I want to make sure they can hear too. So, hold on 1 sec. Okay, sounds good. They can hear us. Very good. You're live, Pedro. You're on TV. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody. I think you already reviewed the Vela Latina, yes?
No, not yet. I'm going to do it right after the interview. So
because I was preparing here Caravela, I get distracted and I say, oh, I missed the review.
Oh, no, not yet. No, it's going to be after. So, hold on a sec. I'm actually going to adjust your volume real quick. Give me one moment. All right. 1 sec. Okay. Can you speak up, Pedro?
Okay.
How's that, everybody? Is that better?
If I have any customer here when I am preparing the 542. So if the 542 is there,
if whoever is waiting on Caravela number 542 is in the room, that's who Pedro is working on right now. So, all right, they said the volume is much better now, Pedro. So why don't we get started? I'm just going to ask just a couple questions. We're going to keep it pretty short and painless. I know you're busy, and it's 1:30 in the morning there. So appreciate you coming on the show. We all do.
No problem.
So what I would like to do is if you could start off with maybe telling everybody a little bit about the history of the Caravela and where you came up with the idea for the Caravela, and how everything kind of got started. I think that would be
Okay.
fantastic.
Why I decided to make? Okay, at the time it was not a Caravela. It wasn't nothing. I want to buy or a Precise or a GG, the GG Stealth, because I like small things. And about 2 years ago, more or less, 2 years ago, all of the Precise here in Europe were sold out, and also the GG. I could not find the GG Stealth. So I said to me, I had the Galileo at that time, but I want a better one. So I decided to make one for me, and I pick a paper, a pencil, and start to draw one for me. It was only like that. After I have my draw, I start to redraw again because I want to reduce the small the size as much as I can. I have friends that are engineers and work also in the same lab that I work, and they can draw in CorelDRAW and all of the softwares. So I make a draw of the initial Caravela, and I went to several industry that work metal, and the high majority, me and Engenheiro Emanuel, you don't know him. It was a master student of my lab that I work with him. More or less, I guide him, and we are close friends now. And it was very difficult to find a company that prepare one Caravela. Finally, we get one. The price was absurd, but thank God I always have a nice life, a good life, a good salary. I'm okay. So I decided, okay, I will have one for me. It will be usually expensive, but it will be mine. So I decided to make one. After, I do not remember the sequence, right? But I spoke, or I don't remember if I visit a Portuguese forum, vape forum, or I spoke with Walter before. I don't know. The important is I get in contact with Walter. I don't remember if it was through the forum or not. And I show him. But no. Before that, I post image of the draw in the forum, in the Portuguese forum. Is Zona Vapor. I think is Zona Vapor. I don't know if they changed the name or not. And everybody like it. Everything okay. I decided to choose a boat. Why I choose a boat? From several years now, Portuguese is in a deep crisis. Now it's worse, but even about 2 years ago, it was already bad. So I decided to make a very good mod for me and give the name of a boat, because we are very famous because of 15th century and the discoveries of Brazil and a lot of things. And I decided to make one and give the name of Caravela. Why Caravela? Because it was at that time a ship, a very innovative ship that could go in the opposite direction, in the opposite direction of the wing, because of the shape of the sails. So I decided to make engrave of a Caravela. So I Google it, and I find a very nice draw of a beautiful Portuguese boat. And I say, okay, I already select. I will speak to a friend that know how to transform image into vectors, and I will engrave this on my mod. And I post the image on the forum, on the Portuguese forum. And a much clever guy than I told me, Pedro, the boat is beautiful, but it's not a Caravela, it's a now. It's a bigger ship than a Caravela. And so I decide to, okay, I will put this in hands of somebody who knows. My wife also is a professor in university, and her, it's not boss, it's, okay, a collaborator of her, have a husband that is an expert on history and Portuguese boats, and he has a huge collection of old things. And so I speak with him and say, okay, find me a draw of a Caravela, but a real Caravela, because I already choose an now. And he go to the 18th century and 17th century books. They only have draws, and he copy one of the draws for me. At that time, the draw is almost the one that I engrave in the Caravela now, but it have not the cross in the sails. I add the cross in the sails after. It was Pires, it's a friend of mine and also a Caravela tester, a Caravela owner, and he helps me in all the draws. He's a very nice person and a good friend. And he put the crosses on the sails of the Caravela. So finally I have, but at the beginning, the position of the Caravela was not here. It was here. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was here and do not have letters of Caravela. I put no okay, and Walter told me to me, why don't you make more? And oh, nobody will buy it, it's very expensive. I'll buy it, ask a quotation for 20. And I get a quotation of 20, and I decide, no, first, I don't remember well. No, first I took the decision that I will make more than one, I will make at least 20. But if I'm going to sell to Portuguese 20, I must make prototypes to test, to heard opinion of other people. So I make 4 or 5 Caravelas with some modifications, and I give to testers. And everything was okay. After that, I decided to make 20 for Portuguese, only for Portuguese, and I decided to sell it at production costs. But even that time, it was expensive to make 20. And I opened a Portuguese, at least in that Portuguese forum, and everybody says, Pedro, it's beautiful, but I cannot buy it. Okay. So, but I already give my words to the company that I want 20. And I will keep my word. So I speak with Walter and Casulinho, and he told me, put this in a UK vape or American vape forum, and it will be easy. So I went to SEF. First, it was too complicated for me, too many rules there. And okay, but I make my registration, I enter, and I don't remember if I was on the SEF, if I already decided to sell or not. Okay, at least I want to show it. And there was a topic there that show your mod. I posted a photo of my Caravela, but at that time it was the unique one, my Caravela, the only one, even before the testers. Now I remember. I post there, and someone asked me, do you sell this? And I said, okay, I don't know if I will ever sell the Caravela, but the price it will be around 150 or something, I don't remember. And in the same day I was expelled from SEF.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. And I tried to resist it, not with Tico y Teco, but with Teco and Tico. And after half an hour, they say, you are already expelled of this forum. Okay, I give up. Okay, so the reason that I put the Caravela in an English forum, I really do not. It was not Vapid. It was another one before it. And I say, okay, I have 20. I didn't have 20, but I have give my word to the company that I want 20. And for me, I didn't want 20 mods. And in one night, the list was completely full. And after that, everything goes so fast, you cannot imagine.
Yeah.
I don't have anything more. I don't remember more specifically. Probably if we continue talking, I remember more details. But Walter have a lot of details and emails and everything. I have very short memory.
Oh, that's okay, Pedro. That was good enough. Thank you. I think it's kind of funny that you were banned from ECF, but hey, what are you gonna do? And now you wouldn't have your own forum if that happened. If that didn't happen,
Yeah,
maybe. So yeah. But let's see.
I don't blame them. They have rules, and they are very strict applying the rules. It's not the Portuguese way, but you are not Portuguese, you are American, so
yeah.
It was not a problem for me. No, not at all.
Yeah.
I tried to find why they discovered that I'm trying to connect again, because the first registration I make here from my home, after I tried from the university, and they could find me now. So
that's funny. I have no idea. They're sneaky like that.
Mm-hmm.
But so, so I guess if you could tell us a little bit maybe about what inspired the Vela Latina, that would be great.
Okay, the Vela Latina. I only drip, and I try at least 4 or 5 the most famous Genesis. I tried the Hellfire, I tried the Deed, I tried the Zen, and I even asked to Pires that I sent him the Hellfire, he prepared it, and he is the expert making coils and meshes, and he will be directly involved in the development of the Genesis. And he already make, it was his prototype, not mine. Wait. Okay, this is not mine. This is from Pires. This is a very small Genesis to put in top of the Caravela, okay? In this one you can change the sleeves, but we decide, I think that it needs some, okay. This one, the glass, it's like this. You can put sleeves, stainless steel, but I don't like Genesis so much. I prefer dripping. So I decide that I must make a system that drip for me, especially when I am driving, because here in Portugal, we drive a little bit more fast than there in the United States. So if you go in 120 or 130 miles per hour, dripping, it's not so safe. So I decide I must make a system that can drip for me. And let me see if I have here my first prototype. I will pick, I think I have there. 1 second, sorry.
Oh, no problem, Pedro. I think this might go a little bit long, guys. I hope you don't mind. I certainly don't.
Okay, this was my first prototype. I don't know. I don't see my image. I don't know why here.
No, we can see you just fine.
What is this? It was my first prototype. This is a tank. I don't remember the name. I buy the more expensive one, but it leaks. Well, it leaks a lot. Okay, so what I did to try to find a system that could drip for me. Okay, the Vela, it's a tank. Okay, and this is, I pick, let me see if I can remove, okay, this is a carton tank. It was just to test the proof of concept. And I pick a carton tank, I pick a cartomizer, I remove the internal part, and I make a hole. Okay, I put here, and with paper, still have paper. Okay, paper for juice insulating systems, it's very good. Especially not standard paper, but this, in Portugal we call it vegetable paper. It's, I don't know. It's like silk or something.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure what it is specifically,
but all paper. Okay, this paper that I have here, it's not this special paper. But paper is good. Why? Because it absorbs the juice and seals, and you can change it whenever you want. So this was my first prototype, and my idea was I must find a way to drip when I am driving. And I think, and one day I came with this idea. I don't know how to explain. This is not complicated, it's simple. So it came with this idea. I don't know. I cannot explain. Okay, this is not any brilliant idea. This is a simple idea, but it works, I think.
I do too.
But if everybody, I don't have any wish to tell you how to make a Vela Latina tank for everybody and with the cheap, expensive. It will leak, but you can pick a Canto tank, okay? Just okay, a Canto tank. If you have one there, you remove all the internal parts of the Canto tank. You make a hole. You put like this here. I have to make hair channels here in the Canto tank. You put like here. You use paper to insulate juice when you put the 306, and you can try it. It's not difficult. Okay, this was my first prototype. Canto tank, really expensive. It cost me 40 euros, but it leaks. I don't. It's amazing.
I think it's a trap tank.
Probably has a defect. Not all leaks.
Maybe. That's all right. So,
I think I will not. It was in a Europe shop that sold this. I think they sold me a Chinese version for the price of the original, because Walter have this tank. I don't remember the name.
The trap tank, yeah.
The trap tank, and it's another universe. The quality, the finish, it's completely different. When I saw his tank, and I say, okay, they sold me a Chinese version for the price of the original one.
That's terrible.
But for the objective, I put glue tape here. I seal everything. This cannot be separated anymore. But for the proof of concept, it was enough.
Yeah. All right. So what I'd like to do, Pedro, is just take a few minutes and maybe take a couple of questions from the chat from the audience that's watching.
I don't.
So we actually had one question already. Callie Jeff was wondering, what is your favorite juice flavor that you like to vape?
Okay, I will show you. I make a mix. Okay. Can I say the brand?
Sure.
Okay, it's from Aloe. I think for me it's the best one. At least what I tried. But I don't try a lot. If I like one thing, I keep it. And I don't change. I use a mix of 2/3 of Captain Jack and 1/3 of True Pure, and some drops of crystal menthol.
Oh, okay. Nice. What did you say the second one was called? True Pure?
Yep.
Okay, nice. There you go. Captain Jack, True Pure, and a little bit of menthol. That's Pedro's vape for you, guys. Blue Swatch wants to know how your daughter's test went.
It was okay. I think so. I think it was okay.
Good. That's good to hear. I saw you post about that on the forum earlier today.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. It's my reason to live.
Capone's Pops was wondering if you could tell us a little bit. Now, I know that you are working on a Genesis. He was wondering if you could tell us a little bit about the Genesis device that you're working on.
Okay.
Without giving away any secrets, of course.
Okay. Secrets. Okay. Okay. Vela Latina. I think it's a very simple system, but it's innovative. I think there is any other similar system to use a 306. But the Genesis is it's only a Genesis, and the devil it's on details, nothing more.
Mm-hmm.
Who should get all the credit? It's the guy that invented the Genesis, not all the others. But okay. Imagine that you have a Vela Latina, and after you have, with the same size of the glass, a top, a cap, and it will be exactly like this, but remove this metal ring, and we'll have the sleeve to put the drip tip. Any details it will have. Okay, this is only my idea. After testers will decide final version, but it will have at the beginning only one hole, 3 millimeters of diameter. The tank capacity it will be the same. The real tank capacity it will be the same as Vela Latina. It will be 2.5 mils. You can change the sleeves or the Pyrex between Vela and the Genesis, and it will have some Teflon insulating. It will have we will have stainless steel, brass contact. I do not decide yet if I will keep the brass even center pole in brass. I will try to keep it. But I must test with several Jews. I think it will be okay, but people will see sometime the necessity to clean the brass center pin because he will become I don't remember the name in English, but dark.
Right.
But it's still very conductive, even with the dark. Okay. And it will have Teflon insulation in the top cap to do not heat so much. Internal part, the insulation it will also made with Teflon. The O-rings it will be the same as Vela. Wait, I forgot the name of the O-rings that I have. I remember in it's the top quality of O-rings. The more chemically and thermically stable. It's not silicone. It's wait.
Okay. This is hilarious.
Vuitton, okay.
Okay.
Have you can see, I do not have short memory.
That's okay.
Even in my professional life, I'm always making connection to memorize something. That's why I choose physics because it requires less memory than other things. I could
smart.
not be a doctor because I will forget where is the stomach.
uh, um, let me see. I think we got time for maybe one or two more questions. So hold on a sec, Pedro. So Naughty 187 wants to know if or what you're going to do with the design after you complete number 999 or number 1000 Caravela.
What I'll do with the design, what I'll change first. I do not know. Okay, I would like. I am trying to find companies here in Portugal that could do this work for me to make a very similar to Caravela with less 3 or 4 millimeters, but coated with black chromio. Black chromio, it's a state-of-the-art coating. Okay, it's using Leica's 5,000 euros photo camera. So it's really very good. I understand a little bit of coatings because I took my PhD in decorative coatings. So if I go to a coating, I will assure that you will have top-notch quality. Okay. If I could not find a company that make this coating for me, I will make a 14500, and I will not. Caravelas. I will only make 999. After that, if I decide to make another mod, for sure it will have another Portuguese boat.
Nice. Let's see. One more question. I thought I saw one more question in there. Maybe I didn't.
But I want to say one thing.
Oh, sure.
Everyone can design and build a mod. You need money for an initial investment, and it's expensive. But if you have money, you can design your own mod and make a mod. I think what makes Caravela a little bit special, it's the care that you give to the Caravela after the first prototype. Okay, the difference is in the number of parts that you give away because you do not pass in the final test quality. It's the quality that makes the difference. Not, I like the Caravela obviously because I designed it for me, but to everybody that wants start to make mods, go ahead. It's not so difficult to make a mod, but my advice is keep quality always very high. After the first prototype, after you selling, you must spend a lot of time checking quality, or we have money to pay to a person that could check quality, because the difference is in the number of quality checks that you give. I think it's the difference, because it's not so difficult to design a mod. It's a battery too. Okay. It's not so difficult.
Right. Well, I mean, I can speak for everybody here. I think when I say that you can tell that you put a lot of effort into the quality of the finished product and making sure that you have very high standards. So
yes, I think it's that.
And one last question, Pedro, before I let you go, and then I'm going to start the review of the Vela Latina. So if you want to sign in to the show, you can watch the review.
I'm seeing you in VaporWall TV.
Yeah. Oh, you're signed in already. I didn't know that. Okay.
I'm not signed in, but I open your site, and you are here.
Okay, great. Yeah, you don't have to sign in if you don't want. So the last question, somebody asked if you could maybe give your opinion on the situation with what we in the U.S. we call it flipping, which is basically people selling caravellas for exorbitant amounts of money. If you could,
Okay.
give us your thoughts on that.
Okay, flipping, it happens with a lot of things that there are more buyers than that things to sell.
Right.
Uh, I think there are so many people that really love a Caravella, love to have a Caravella, and to see a Caravella jumping after 1 or 2 days and be sold for absurd money. We must be realistic. A Caravella, it's not worth 1,000 euros. This is reality. No. But flippers, it's very difficult to fight this. It's for them, they are only making money. What I can speak about this, they are not stealing anything. They are not cheating anything. They are surrounding the rules. But I think for that reason, I will put 2 or 3 every month in auction, and the difference, I will get my fair money, and the difference will go to charity, because there are a lot of people with a huge amount of money. If they want, they can buy everything, or almost. That is material. And if this money could be used to help people that really need money and not make easy profits, I'm not against easy profits, because I already buy and sell stocks very shortly. So
Right.
It's the question is that sometimes I receive emails, people begging me for a Caravella, and if you want to know, I do not feel comfortable about this, because sometimes they are almost speaking to me if I was a doctor that could treat a disease that they have or something. This is a mod. I think it's a beautiful mod, but we must be realistic. It's a mod. It's not the life of anyone. It's a mod. Only 9.99, but it's a mod. I cannot give so much happiness to people. It's a mod. I speak against me, but it's usual.
No, makes sense. I think it's great what you're doing. And as far as the auction goes, that's going to be on the Caravella forum, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Actually, Blue Swatch, if you could do me a favor, if you could post the link to the Caravella forum in chat, that would be awesome, just so people can check that out. So, Pedro, I just want to thank you for your time. Sorry we went a little longer than we planned, but I think everybody enjoyed talking to you. So, and what I'm going to do is we're actually going to do a giveaway real quick, and then I'm going to do the Vela Latina review. So if you want to hang around and watch that, that's great.
I will see the review, obviously.
All right, very good. Thank you so much, Pedro, and we'll talk to you soon.
Goodbye to everybody. And I think people look at me in a very different way that I am. I am a very simple guy. If you meet me outside the Caravella world, you will see that I'm a standard guy. Okay.
Thank you. I think I think everybody getting to see you and hear what you have to say, hopefully they realize you're a down-to-earth good guy. So, All right, thanks, Pedro. Appreciate your time.
See you. I will see the review. Okay.
All right, thank you. Take care.
See you.
All right. So there you have it, everybody. That's Pedro Carvalho. Hope you enjoyed the little interview, and we're going to do a quick giveaway real quick. And then, hold on a sec, let me figure out what we're doing here. Let me get my music going again. There we go. Alright, I was lost without my medal for a little bit there. Okay, so we are going to do actually a special giveaway. This one is going to be from Vape Syndicate. And hold on one sec. So to kind of celebrate the new release of the On Yo Chin juice that just came out today, actually. The name of the juice is On Yo Chin. I'm typing it out in chat there. And that's from www.vapesyndicate.com. We are doing a special giveaway. So we usually give away a bottle of juice from Vape Syndicate, but what we're doing this week is it's actually going to be a big sample pack of 7 milliliter glass bottles of all 5 of the flavors that Vape Syndicate has. They have 5 up on the website now as of today with the new On Yo Chin. So the giveaway will be for 35 milliliters of juice, 7 milliliters of each of the juices that he's got. So pretty nice. Let's see how many people we got in the room. And we're going to do, let's see, we'll do a number from 1 to 75. And when I say go, pick a number from 1 to 75, type it out in chat, and closest to the randomly generated number wins. And go. Keep them coming. A few more seconds, guys. Get your last second numbers in. And hopefully that's everybody. And stop. Let's see what we got. 50. I see Ollie 6T1 has 50. Let's see if we got any other 50s. I think that's it. Alright, Ollie, congratulations. You got it. You won the big sample pack from Vape Syndicate. Highly recommend their juice, by the way, if you haven't tried them. They do tobacco blends, tobacco flavor blended with, fruits and dessert flavors and stuff. So and they're really, really, really good. And the owner puts a lot of time into each flavor. That's why he only releases a flavor every few weeks. They go through a lot of testing. So I am going to send you a message in chat. It's got my email address. What you're going to do is you're going to send me an email with your NIC level that you want. If you want a custom PG-VG ratio, let me know in that as well. And also, please include your shipping address in that email too. And congratulations. And there you go. My email just came across to you as a PM in chat. So, let us get to reviewing the Vela Latina. We're a little bit behind, so I may go over a little bit tonight. I apologize. But that's fine. I'd much rather spend some time chatting with Pedro, so and go a little bit long. So the Vela Latina. Let me see if I can get this on the camera with the engraving on the front there. Hopefully we can get this to autofocus tonight. Maybe. Let's try with the hand behind it. There we go. So this is the Vela Latina. It's very, very compact. And you can see it's very faint, but on the Pyrex it actually has the Caravela logo, the C with the plus in the center of it, and it says drip on the bottom too. It's tough to see because it's Pyrex and it's clear. But so this is the look here. It's very, very compact. The height is only, even with the drip tip, it's only 42 millimeters. And also keep in mind that you're taking about 5 millimeters off of the height of the Caravela as well, because it screws directly into the top of the Caravela. So really, if you consider the amount of added height that you're adding to the top of a Caravela by putting this on there, it's only adding 37 millimeters. So it's very, very compact. It's 22 millimeter diameter, as you can tell. It sits flush on the device. The tanks are Pyrex and stainless steel. I'll show you this. Here's what the stainless steel one looks like. I actually like the look of the stainless steel one better, but Pedro recommended to me that I use the Pyrex one until I kind of got used to the device, and I'm glad that I did. It's just to be able to see your juice level and everything. So you can see here, this is the little logo I was talking about. This is the stainless steel version of the tank. You can get it in different finishes, just like you can with the Caravela. You can get the body of the device, the tank sleeve, and also with the drip tip in different finishes. So if you want to do polished, brushed, polished, or brushed, polished, brushed, or any combination thereof, you can do that so that it matches up nicely with the Caravela. So what I did, and you can see this, I'll just hold this up. So what I did was I have this set up so that it alternates finish, brushed and polished. So as you can see here, hopefully. So the tube is brushed, and then the connection, the body of the Vela Latina is polished, and then the sleeve is brushed, and the drip tip is brushed. So yeah, only SS, no brass. Well, SS and Pyrex technically. So it's 316 stainless, which is the most corrosion resistant stainless steel. Has a 2.5 milliliter capacity, and the base price on it is €150 plus shipping. You can get various different add-ons for the device. You can get the polished finishes for different parts they're going to add. You can get extra sleeves for it. You can get some additional engravings on the box that it comes in. You can get extra drip tips, so you can get, the price can add up very quickly, but the base price is €150. So I'm going to take a vape off of it. Hold on. Yum. And the packaging that it comes in, I just want to show this to you really quick. This is just, it's amazing. So it comes in a little treasure chest, okay? As you can see, it comes in a little wooden treasure chest with a nice little clasp on the front. You open it up, and this is what you see when you open it up for the first time. This beautiful little felt packaging with the signature copper wire that's kind of twisted and spiraled inside the box. Even the drip tips are individually wrapped. Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous, the packaging that this comes in. So I emptied all of these out, and I put them back in just to kind of keep the packaging all nice. And I'm going to keep this as well because this is just gorgeous as well. So it also comes with, I've got a couple little bits in here that don't actually come with it, but it also comes with the pins, just like the Caravela does, and it's got a nice little microfiber cloth for wiping down. That all comes with the Vela Latina as well, and you can get extra parts for that as well. Yeah, it really is a nice touch. The packaging is absolutely beautiful. So the device, it's very, very simple, like Pedro says. It's not a complex device. This is not something like an amp tank where it's got this kind of complex juice feeding system. It's very, very simple. This is basically a way to manually drip on a 306 atomizer without having to have a juice bottle and continually be dripping into the device. It's very simple design. So you have the drip tip here, which will pop that out. The drip tip has a little piece of mesh in the bottom of it. The mesh helps to keep juice from getting into your mouth from the atomizer. It also helps with the feeding of the juice down into the atomizer. And as you can see, it's got a little extended piece on the bottom of it, so this isn't like a standard 510 drip tip, as you can see. And there's an O-ring on the inside where that mesh that mesh hits, that prevents the mesh from getting pushed up too far. The bottom of the device, this is where you put the little pin. You have a number engraved on there as well, as you can see. And then there's a little screw, and I'll unscrew this just to show you. But basically, you unscrew this, and the bottom, you can either unscrew it and it'll take it off of the atomizer, or you can just slide it right off. Make sure I got that unscrewed far enough. So, hold on. I don't want the screw to come popping out on me. So this comes right off, and as you can see here, that's my 306 atomizer 510 connection, where the 306 atomizer is inserted into the device. And that, I'm not going to pull this out just because it's a little bit stiff and I don't want to. No, yeah, hold on. Let's see if I can get it out easily. No, it does not leak when it's upside down. No. I'm just going to leave it in. It's fine. You get the idea. So you take the 306 atomizer, you pop it into the base here. You can assemble this, from what I've seen, the easiest way to assemble it is actually to screw the 306 into the base first, and then you press it up into the device so that you line up the screws a little bit easier. But I didn't have any issues getting the screws to line up, so it wasn't really a huge deal. But that is the recommended assembly method. But it's very easy to put back together. There's a little O-ring on that screw too, as you can see right there. Basically, the whole purpose of that is just to stay on the end of the screw, and it prevents the device from, or it prevents the screw from popping out all the way when you unscrew it. It's just to keep you from losing the screw, basically. This is not a bad feature to have. So there we go. We'll screw that back in. Nice and simple. And there you have it. So literally, to set this up, all you do is you take a 306 atomizer, pop it in there, or screw it into the base, push it together, tighten that screw, and you're done. Filling is extremely easy as well. To fill the device, very, very simple. Hold on. direction pin by accident. I was getting a little battery rattle, but see? No battery rattle there. So pop this off, and as you can see in here, hopefully you can see inside here, there is a, let me make sure I got it lined up right so you can see it. There is a little hole on the inside of the device, if we can get it to focus. I might have to autofocus, or I might have to take autofocus off to show this to you. Hold on a sec. Let me take autofocus off, bear with me a moment. Okay, so there is a hole on the inside of the device. See that right there? You can see that. So that is the fill hole and also the drip hole. Okay? So basically, you stick a syringe in there and fill it up. You just hold it upright, put the syringe in sideways, and fill up that little hole there, and it fills up the device, and it'll fill all the way up to the top. Now, if you notice on the top, and this is actually really cool, on the top you have basically like a compass, okay? The C+, the north direction on the compass, basically the way that that works is when you vape, hold on a sec, let me take autofocus off here, or put autofocus on rather. So when you vape on the device, what you do is you point the Caravela, or the C on the Caravela on the top, down and vape. Fantastic. When you want to drip, when you want to prime it and get more juice into the atomizer, you turn it the opposite direction so that the C+ is facing up. And what you do is you tilt it to a point where the juice is covering the little fill hole there, and take a couple puffs. And that's how you drip. And then you flip it back around and vape. You should give it a second to let the juice drip down into the atomizer, which I did, but that's okay. So it's very, very simple design. This is not, like I said, this is not like the amp tank where you have this kind of complex feeding system. It's not like the reactor tank where you rely on the pressure and the thickness of the juice can cause issues with it overfilling or drying out or flooding or whatever. It's very, very simple. It's basically a way to manually drip without actually having to drip. So if you like 306 atomizers, which are very, very good for dripping, and you like the flavor that you get from dripping, which is exceptional, and the warmth of the vapor that you get from dripping, but you don't like the actual process of dripping, this is incredible. Yet very, very simple and very, very elegant and very, very compact. It's very easy to use. It took there's a little bit of a learning curve to it to kind of get the hang of not over priming it, puff too many times or puff too hard. You can flood the tank a little bit, but it really just took me, and Pedro told me that this is the case. Basically, just took a day or two of kind of getting used to it, and ever since then it's been fantastic. Take another vape, and you usually get like 3 or 4 vapes off of it. Then you flip it around, puff, puff, and then keep vaping. So I think any 306 will fit in here. I don't think the IO6 will, because I think the IO6 is a little bit different design. I don't think that's technically even a 306, but yeah, the 306s, I'm using 1.5 ohm, the low resistance, bridgeless atomizer, Cisco spec atomizer from Avid Vapors. They're about $9 a piece. They last a long time. From what I understand, they can last a month, month and a half of regular use. The flavor from them is absolutely fantastic. The warmth of the vapor is fantastic. It's the same kind of warm vapor and vapor production and flavor that you get from a low ohm Genesis type vape. The flavors come through a little bit differently because it's silica. Good example. Like I'm vaping Grant's Vanilla Custard in this right now. I like Grant's Vanilla Custard on a Genesis style atomizer, but it tastes very different on silica, and it tastes very different on a dripping atomizer. It tastes it almost tastes like it's a little bit off on a Genesis style, like it needs to steep some more. But on silica, it does not taste like that. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, I'm going to take another vape actually. Oh, fantastic. I mean, and the vapor production is fantastic from this as well. There's no restriction to the airflow whatsoever. The way that it's designed, you see you have the 4 little air channels along the sides there. So it's completely cleared airflow. The air holes on the sides of the atomizer inside there are not blocked at all by any part of the device. It's completely open, so it is a fairly airy draw for a dripping atomizer. But I mean, you see the vapor production I'm getting off of it. It's absolutely phenomenal. So, hold on one moment. So I guess, you know, I mean, if you hate dripping, you still might like this device. It depends on the reasons why you don't like dripping. If you don't like dripping because of the active dripping, which is the reason why I got out of dripping to begin with, because I don't like the process of having to keep dripping juice on an atomizer, and you know, every time I'd get in dry hits and so on and so forth, forgetting how many times I puffed on it and everything. If that's the reason you don't like dripping, this is amazing, because this completely negates all of those issues. It's just, you know, vape, 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 turn around, puff, puff, vape, 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 turn around, puff, puff. I mean, and you can chain vape this, and I have. In fact, I'm getting a little bit of a nick buzz right now from chain vaping this. So, yeah, and you know, as you can see, the vapor production is fantastic. The flavor comes through amazingly well. The build quality is just exceptional. The quality control, as we know, with everything from Caravela, is just phenomenal. You know, if you're a strict Genesis user and don't like, you know, you don't like the experience of the vape that you get from dripping, maybe it's not for you. But if you do like that nice full-bodied warm flavor that you get from dripping a low-resistance atomizer, it's fantastic. Paired with the fact that you don't actually need to drip, it's absolutely phenomenal. This device, so I had stopped dripping, and I talked to Pedro about this before when we were talking about him coming on the show. I said, I am not a dripper. I haven't dripped since really, I mean, it's been at least 6 months really since I've done any kind of dripping at all. Even when I test juices now, I just do it on a, you know, I'll use like a small device, you know, something like a, you know, a mini B or a mini micro or a Hellfire mini or something like that, and just go through and vape a tank through that, you know, because it's a small tank and you can go through it pretty quickly rather than dripping. But this has kind of changed my tune. It's pretty phenomenal. It made me remember how good a vape you can get from a 306 atomizer or from a Cisco spec atomizer, and reminded me why I stopped dripping in the first place. It wasn't because of the quality of the vape, it was because of the hassle that goes along with it, and this eliminates all of that. And that in combination with the absolutely beautiful look of the device and just it's such a, I mean, like somebody mentioned in chat earlier, it's like the jewelry of vaping. You know, it's just it looks absolutely gorgeous. So yeah. So I mean, in summary, if you're a strict Jenny user, even someone that's a strict Genesis user, I would even give this a shot. I absolutely love the vape that I'm getting off of it. Really enjoying it, and it looks phenomenal. If you're a Caravela owner, I say that you got to get your hands on one of these. Put yourself on the list. The list is over on the Caravela forums. If you're not on the list to get one, I highly recommend you do so. Stock up on a couple of Cisco 306 Addies, and once you get it, you're not going to be disappointed. It's a phenomenal product, a phenomenal vape, and impeccable quality, and looks absolutely stunning in a really nice compact package. So this is, just so you know, this is the 18500 Caravela that I have this on, and I can basically hide now I know I have big hands, but I can hide the entire device other than the drip tip in my hand in 18500 mode. So compare that next to we'll hold it up next to the KeFf. Now this is an 18650 mode, granted, but look at the difference in the height there. Okay, it's very compact. So, yeah, no, I'm not gonna. We're gonna be keeping this one, naughty. My Caravelas don't go anywhere. So someday I'll show off my collection on the show. But yeah, so that is the Vela Latina. Phenomenal device. Absolutely give it a huge thumbs up. If you're someone that likes stripping, you have to have this device. It's so simple and elegant and easy to use and fuss-free once you get through the 1 or 2 day learning curve, and then it's just easy peasy. So yeah, there you go. That is the Vela Latina. Let's see, what do we have up next? Next we are going to do another giveaway, and I am gonna definitely run over tonight, and I apologize. So if I don't think there's anybody coming on at 10, so we're gonna go a little bit over, and I think that's okay. Correct me if I'm wrong, Greg, but we'll roll over. So next giveaway we're gonna do is a giveaway from E6 Vapors. So hold on a sec. Let me get the E6 Vapors banner up here. Where are you? There we go. So from E6, what we're going to give away from E6 is a great big sample pack from E6 Vapors. So E6 has awesome flavors if you haven't tried them. It's e6vapors.com, all one word, letter E6vapors.com. No, just one win per person per show, Ollie. Sorry. You're welcome to try again next week, though. Maybe you'll win something else next week. So let's see how many people we have in chat. So E6 Vapors, check out the website. They have a really great website. They have a lot of really good juice flavors. They carry a lot of nice devices. They carry some higher end mods there too. Thank you, Jedi, for putting the link up in chat for me. We are going to do a number from 1 to 75 again. And when I say start in chat, pick a number from 1 to 75. The winner is going to win a sample pack of 6 6-milliliter bottles from E6 Vapors. You get to pick the 6 flavors you want. So, and here we go. And while you guys are doing that, I'm going to grab myself a glass of water real quick. Be right back. Sorry, vaping myself dry. Alright. Keep any last second numbers, get them in. When I say stop and chat, no more numbers, please. Give you a couple more seconds. And stop. Alright, so let's see what we got. 50. Do we have a 50? 49. I see a 49. I think 51 earlier tonight too. Alright, it looks like 49 is the winner. Congratulations, Dragon's Flare. I am going to send you a message in chat with my email address, and what you are going to do is go to e6vapors.com, pick out 6 flavors that you want, and then put those in the email, obviously. Let me know what the NIC level that you want is. If you want a custom PG-VG ratio, put that in the email as well, and please make sure you include your shipping address too. And I will send all of that over to E6 Vapors, and they will be sending you your sample pack. So here is my email address. Congratulations. So, moving on and going over. Time to talk about the KeFf hybrid. So this is the KeFf hybrid. Okay. The KeFf is made by Yaya, or it goes by Yaya on the forums. It is a Genesis style hybrid. It's made of 304T stainless steel. The connectors are brass. The exterior of the connectors is chrome plated brass, but the contact surfaces are polished brass. It is 125 millimeters tall in 18350 mode. It is 155 millimeters tall in 18650 mode. The diameter of the atomizer portion is 20 millimeters. The diameter of the body tapers. It's 24 millimeters at the widest point and tapers down to 22 millimeters at the base. The air hole is 1.1 mil. The wick hole for the mesh is 2.5 millimeters, and the tank capacity is approximately 3.5 milliliters of juice. And the price on the device is 130 euro. It is available on VaporWall in Yayato Corner in the modder section if you're interested in picking one of these up. So it's an interesting design. It's all steel. It functions like a bottom switch device, where you press on the bottom of the device with your pinky or the palm of your hand or whatever to fire it. Except the way that this works is, instead of there being a button on the bottom, the button is actually this section of the device right here. So when you push down, when you hold it like this and you fire by pressing with your pinky, instead of pushing the bottom up, you're actually pulling the top down. So, and you could see, that's how you fire it. That collapses that little top part there. I know, it's kind of strange. It's an interesting idea, interesting design. So the cool thing about that, as unusual as that is, the cool thing about it is it feels basically the same in the hand as firing a Uh-oh. Did you guys lose me? Can you still hear me? I'm back. Okay. All right. So yeah. So the interesting thing about the way that this fires is it feels like a bottom switch, even though it fires by pressing the top down. Just the way that you hold it and the way that you fire it, it feels like you're applying pressure to the bottom to fire it. So, okay, cool. So I think we're good. So that's really interesting. It's an interesting switch design, and it works pretty well. I do find that you press it down, not all the way, but if you press it down not quite to the point where it's fully in contact, it'll kind of misfire a little bit. So you really have to push it down hard to get a good contact. Let me take a vape off of it. Hold on. Works all right though. So, it's a pretty hefty hybrid. Even in 350 mode, it's very thick metal. It feels very well made. It feels very sturdy in the hand. It's definitely beefy. It reminds the feel of it kind of reminds me of the Mister a little bit. It's very thick metal and it's a heavy device. It feels almost like you could throw it against a wall and not have to worry about it. It has an integrated drip tip. The drip tip is actually part of the top cap there. You can't put different drip tips on it, but you also don't have, it adds to kind of the durability of the device. It's also a screw-on top cap. It's not an O-ring top cap, so that again adds to the kind of durability of the device. So it's definitely kind of I don't want to call it a blue-collar device, but it's something that I would not be afraid to throw in my shirt pocket when I'm out doing yard work, and you don't have to worry about the top popping off or anything like that. So that's good. The base has a hot spring. I don't love that it's got a hot spring. So basically, you have current passing through the spring in the base of the device, and you are actually going to get a little bit of voltage loss because of that. I didn't test out the voltage loss to find out how much it is, but I did find that it's not quite hitting as hard as I thought it would for the setup that I have on here. The inside of the switch, you'll see here, basically this little brass piece there comes in contact with the top of the battery, and then when you press this down, it compresses, and you can see the inside sliding, and that comes in contact with the battery. Okay, but this ring around the threaded part there is going to keep the battery in pressed down inside there, so there's no battery rattle, in conjunction with the spring, so you don't have any rattling around in the battery, as you can see. Now, underneath the top cap, let's unscrew this here. Pretty straightforward design. It's a 1.1 millimeter. It's got quite a bit of room up inside the top cap there. It's not super tight, but it's 20 millimeter, not 22 millimeter, so that helps reduce the top cap. It's got, like I said, the 2.5 millimeter wick hole. It's pretty standard setup on the inside there. The negative or the ground wire is actually a Allen key, which it comes with. And the positive post, you can actually either use needle nose pliers or just twist with your fingers. And I've got a 3 wrap of 28 gauge on here, and it's not a thick wick either. It's only a 2.5 milliliter or millimeter air or wick hole, and it's not hitting as hard as I would expect it to with that specific setup. So wasn't really too happy about that. I also found that it doesn't wick exceptionally well. I mean, it wicks well enough. I'm using the 7x19 cable, which I find wicks extremely well. But for every other device I've used the 7x19 on, I haven't had to tilt to get it to wick properly. With this one, I found that I do have to give it a pretty good tilt, or else I do get some dry hits. I don't know if that has to do with the small fill hole or what about the design. Maybe because it's a tall tank and it's got to wick up a good amount of distance. I'm not sure specifically why that is an issue, but I did find that it doesn't wick fantastic. I'll take another vape. So I mean, I'm getting good flavor, not great. I'm getting good vapor production. The vapor production's fine, especially for how small the air hole is. It's a 1.1 mil, which is a little tiny bit tighter than I usually prefer. And yeah, I mean, it's got some cool engravings on it, so you can see here. Maybe you can't see here. Maybe we'll focus. Maybe we won't. There we go. You can see it says KeFf on it by Yaya, and then it's got a little engraving with the serial number on there. This one's 17. So, I mean, overall, I like the device. I think it's an interesting design. It's you know, an innovative switch design. At least something different. I like different. I like unusual. It's got an unusual look to it. Let me show you what it looks like in 350 mode real quick, actually. It's much more compact in 350 mode, obviously, excuse me. So this is in 350 mode. A lot more compact. I'll hold this up next to the Vela Latina. So this is an 18500 in the Vela Latina next to the KeFf hybrid in the 18350 mode. So, you know, it is certainly not a compact device. Yeah, I mean, so overall, I like it. I don't love it, though. You know, the machine quality is really good on it. Like I said, it feels very well made. It's heavy. It feels durable. This is something that I wouldn't be, you know, I wouldn't be worried about taking out, and maybe even, I mean, I wouldn't never want to drop anything, because it's not like this was a cheap device, but you know, it feels really sturdy and well made, and the way that it's designed, it can hold up to, you know, being dropped or you know, hitting the top cap. You don't have to worry about that coming off. The drip tip's not going to come off. But you know, overall, just the performance of it is not where it should be, in my opinion. I found, like I said, you have to press down kind of firmly to get it to fire properly. I found that I had some misfires if I didn't press it down all the way. The wicking isn't great on it, and it's just not hitting as hard as it should. I'm not getting the amount of flavor that I'd like, and it's not giving me as warm a vape as I would like, because it's got to be losing power somewhere in the device, and I'm guessing it's in the spring, because the spring is actually has current passing through it. So you know, overall, would I recommend the device? Yes. You know, it's pretty reasonably priced at 130 euro. It's less than a lot of other hybrids on the market. I do feel like this is something that you can you know, like I said, you know, take out on the town and not worry about, you know, the thing leaking on you or the top cap popping off or anything, or losing your drip tip or whatever. But you know, the performance of it is just not it's just not quite where I would like to see it. You know, I mean, I compare this to like the Fecta from my hybrid, and I set that up with, you know, basically the same exact wick and one extra wrap. You know, I had a 4 wrap on there, and this is a 3 wrap of 28 gauge, and that thing at a higher ohm hits much harder and has much more flavor than this device does at a lower ohm with, you know, more power. So yeah, I wish I were more excited about the device. I really wanted to like it a lot because I like the look of it, I like the design, but it's just not quite where I'd like to see it performance wise, so a little bit disappointing. I think actually he's in the room, Almighty God mentioned to me, or AG mentioned to me that he replaced the spring with a copper spring, and it made a world of difference. I may actually do that myself and see if that makes a big difference in the performance of the device, because you know, it should hit harder than it is. So yeah, that's the KeFf by Yaya. Like I said, overall I like the device. It's just not quite hitting as hard as I think that it should. Yeah, there you go. So we're going a little bit over. I'm going to do one more giveaway, and we're going to forego the well, we can do just a quick Q&A tonight. I'm not going to do the full 15 minutes just because, like I said, we were already going over in time. So let's see. We're going to do a giveaway from my good friends over at Boondock Vapes, who have hung around for the entire show. And thank you everybody who's stuck around for the whole show, even though we're going a little over. Hold on one sec here. So my good friends over at Boondock Vapes are going to give away a sample pack. A sample pack of the big sample bottles, not the 3 milliliters, but the 6 milliliters. 4 flavors of your choice. Let's see how many people we have left in the room. And still quite a few. Let's do, yeah, we'll do 1 to 75 again. And when I say go, thank you Jedi for throwing that up there. Special Mother's Day discount for all the viewers. Oh, cool. Oh, that's awesome. So everybody that sees this video between now and Sunday, Mother's Day, they are doing a special 15% discount for my show viewers. The discount code is MOM15, MOM15, and that's for a 15% discount off of all the juices on their website. So awesome, Boondock. That's very cool. Happy Mother's Day. So when I say go in chat, pick a number from 1 to 75, and hopefully you will win yourself some free juice. So here we go. There you go. It just happened where it didn't fire the way that it should. There we go. Alright, keep them coming, guys. That's good. You can tell which device I prefer at the end of my reviews, because during the last giveaway I tend to pick up my favorite out of all the devices I reviewed that night. Alright, give you a couple more seconds to get any last minute numbers in. And stop. Let's see what we got. 22. Let's see. I see a 23 and a 24. Let's see if we got any 21s. Oh no, there's a 22 from Debo, and a 22 from Meridian, and a 22 from Jedi. Oh my goodness. Alright, we got a 3-way roll-off. So, let me see here, just make sure it's just the 3. So Debo, Meridian, and Jedi. If you guys, when I say go in chat, pick a number from 1 to 10. There you go. And whoever's closest wins. Nice. Alright, Jedi. So Debo and Meridian, number from 1 to 10, please. You still got to pick a number, Debo. 1 to 10. There we go. 9. Alright, Meridian, you won this one. Congratulations. Thanks for playing. Alright, Meridian, I'm sending you a PM in chat. It's got my email address in it. And if you can just send me an email with the 4 flavors that you want from boondockvapes.com, the nick level that you want, and if you require a specific PG-VG ratio, include that as well. And also, please include your shipping address. And here comes my email. You'll see it come across in chat. So, congrats, Meridian. We'll just do a couple minutes real quick of Q&A since we went over tonight. If you guys have any questions about any of the devices that you saw so far tonight, or anything having to do with rebuildables or mods, or mod news, or questions about Pedro or whatever, I will do my best to answer. It's 4 flavors, Meridian. 4 flavors. Thank you, Callie, Jeff. Appreciate you coming by. Thanks everybody that came by the show tonight and stayed all the way to the end. I appreciate it. The show replay will be posted if you missed the interview with Pedro or any of the segments of the show. So, the name of the artist and song from my intro is the artist is Cloud Kicker. All one word. Yep, I'll be putting the so the full show replay will be up on the Vape On YouTube channel, and then the individual segments will be up on my channel. So yes, I am getting an Astro and hopefully a Mercury as well, and I will give you my thoughts as soon as I use it. I'll be reviewing it on the show. So next week we'll be doing the billet box, the diver, and I haven't decided on what the third device we're going to talk about next week is. We'll see. I might do a tutorial next week for the third segment. We'll see. So, but anyway, I'm sorry. The song, you asked me about the song. It is, hold on a sec. I don't know. I think it's called Hold On, but I am checking. Yep. So the name of the band is Cloud Kicker. Putting that in chat. Name of the song is Hold On, and the album is The Map Is Not the Territory. Just put that all in chat for you. So you should check him out. I like Cloud Kicker very much. So, anyway, let me see. No problem. All right, thanks everyone. I think that's it. I think I answered all the questions anyway. Thanks for hanging out tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show. Like I said, it'll be up on YouTube fairly soon, probably by the end of the day tomorrow, in case you missed anything. And then by the weekend, I'll have the individual reviews and the interview with Pedro up on YouTube as well. So, all right, thank you guys so much. I don't think there are any shows on next. I think VapeOn is signing off for the evening. So, all right, everybody, have a wonderful night, and hopefully I'll see you all next week. Thank you for coming by.